AJ Green's hand on the shoulder. It was a question: did Casey Wallace start to lose his footing before going out of bounds?
Here it goes. Support. Stop. Give it a few minutes, get folks, people up in here, but yeah, you better get started. Cover a couple little things, Come on, sorry ass nigga. How everybody feeling though? Let me know what y'all up to, where y'all coming in from. No, sir. Yeah, I said I wasn't gonna attend the All-Star weekend because Steph Curry is not playing. If he would have been playing, I would have went. Like, if I'm gonna have to spend $1,000 to go, I need to have my favorite players there. I see you about to go ready to get off. New York was good. What's up with you? About to get ready to get started. Talk about these suspensions that the NBA. I actually supposed to did this yesterday, so I'm a little bit behind. But hey, I'm about to say look in on these NBA suspensions from the Pistons, because I remember I told you that more than likely, because I remember when we first talked about this, people was telling me that they probably gonna give them like 4 days, 5 days. I said, nah, it's gonna be more. I said Isaiah Stewart, he gonna get more than that. I was thinking 10, but it turns out they ended up giving them 7. I mean, honestly, I'm a little shocked that it only was 7. But like I said, what Isaiah Stewart did was way worse than what Draymond ever did. So, and they never gave Draymond a suspension over, I think Draymond's suspension, like they didn't necessarily give him a certain amount of days. He just did like a, I don't know, this nigga did some kind of therapy session or some shit, right? He might as well watch 0 games this season. But yeah, so I knew I was like, bro, they gotta make, they gotta make an example out of him because Isaiah Stewart, you're not a superstar player. Like I said, this would have been a big player, like the Steph Curry's, Kevin Durant's, LeBron, or something like that did that. Then maybe they would have, kind of. What's up, Talia? But if they would have did that, they may would have kind of, you know, pulled their punches a little bit and be like, okay, 2 day suspension. But Isaiah Stewart, nigga, you ain't no superstar. You're glad coming out here hitting players off the bench. They were like, bro, they about to make an example out of you. So they ended up giving them seven games. Does anybody in the chat believe he should have gotten more games than what he got? Because I think he got 7 games and everybody else involved, like Miles Bridges and I forgot the other 2 guys' name, they ended up getting 4 days. So I think the 4 days was kind of right, but I don't know. You ask me, Isaiah Stewart should have gotten more than 7 games, probably. He should have got like 10. That's if you're trying to make the league know is a 0 tolerance to coming out the bench starting fights. But then again, though, I mean, this shit was going on during the golden days of the NBA, and the game was much better. The rating, as far as a rating standpoint. So you say 10 as well? Yeah, like about 10, bro. He should have got about 10. But 7 ain't too far off. Cause this nigga legit came off the bench and swung at Miles Bridges. I was like, damn, these folks actually, because most of the time with the NBA, today's NBA, it's just a bunch of shoving, and then maybe somebody will like mug you, mush you, or some shit like that. But that's about as far as it go. But they were legit throwing punches. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what did Ron Artest get? I don't think Ron Artest got suspended for the rest of the season. Then maybe I think they tried to do it, and if I'm not mistaken, if I can remember the story correctly, I believe Michael Jordan reached out and said, got it down. So, because I think they were planning on possibly kicking them from the lead or some shit. With the exception of the Pistons versus Magic, either last season or the last before, they definitely threw hands. Hold on. What do you mean? Because I know I don't remember anybody else in the active game throwing hands. Like I said, shoving, mushing maybe, but actually punching, no. Like of course we seen Draymond stomping and putting niggas in the chokehold. We never seen a nigga like actually throw a punch and land. I don't think I recall seeing that in the recent years. I don't know what name you want to call me, but what's up? What's this B or by Vip? Yeah, I'm gonna call you 9655, my boy. But what's up with you? We in here talking about these NBA suspension. What does suspension justify? The NBA. It was the boy killing punched the Magic, and he straight fell. Punched him in the back of the head. Damn, really? I don't even remember that shit. When did that happen? Ron Artest was suspended for the remainder of the 2004 and 05 NBA season. 73 regular season games and 13 playoff games, totaling 86 games without pay for his role in the Malice at the Palace. Damn. I ain't know it was that bad. But see, That's that under the David Stern thing. Adam Silver, he weighs softer than him. I don't know if you remember this, but like 8 months ago when you was on stream, I said Danny Davina was gonna be a star. Hmm. I can't say I really remember that, bro, but I think I'll take your word for it. I think I may have remember you saying some shit like that, but he damn sure an all star this year. Damn sure is. I just bet it on his little lad. He better have a good game tonight too. Last season or the one before, I can't remember for sure. Okay, well, shit, maybe I missed it. It didn't make much headlines then because I don't remember that. But anyways, though, a lot of people, it's crazy because a lot of tweets was coming out. It was people saying the NBA is back, as if they was a little excited that they actually got something to watch. Because, I even have to admit, as a fan of basketball, so I guess you can say a fan of the NBA, even I somewhat am starting to get bored of the NBA, and it's sad, because it's a bunch of the same system, bunch of 3 pointers being put up, um, soft ass fouls that's killing the game. Like, don't nobody want to see motherfuckers like Luca and Austin Reeves doing this, and like, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, yeah, make sure y'all hitting the like button as y'all come in though. But niggas coming in and just any little contact. Ooh, dude, foul. Like this shit's boring, bro. Adam Silver, I get you want to see you thought it would be more exciting to see more to see more offense, more points being put up, but like nigga, that shit is boring. The market has spoken, bro. Change that shit back to where it was at because it's not working. And speaking of which, with me talking about that, I'm just gonna go ahead because I just wanted to slightly touch on the NBA suspensions and what was going on with that. But a bigger picture, yeah, right. They just do the run and gun, and it's crazy because me, I'm a shooter myself, and I like 3 point shooters, bro. But like they took away the beauty of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 pointers should be put up by niggas who are 3 point shooters. Like you're not gonna complain about Steph Curry shooting a lot of threes because Steph Curry is the probably the best 3 point shooter we've ever seen. So you're not gonna say anything. That's what he should be doing because he shoots a lot at a very high percentage. So with him doing that, you ain't gonna really say nothing about Steph doing it or Clay Thompson, Ray Allen's of the world, people like that. But like, if niggas like you got niggas like um, you got centers trying to shoot a lot like Wemby. There's no way Wemby should be taking 7 or 8 threes a game. You 7'4", 7'5", nigga. There's no way he should be taking shots like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. And that's what's ruining the game. The fact that they're all trying to mirror him. Like that's a testament to Steph Curry's greatness. The fact that, he has so much impact that everyone has tried to mirror his game. But like that doesn't mean everyone in the league should be trying to do it because it doesn't work like that. Yeah, exactly, Ken. There's no fucking rivalries either. It's no real team rivalries. Like you kind of got individual players rivalries, but you don't have team rivalries like that. Like I've been watching the basketball NBA closely. I started I would say when I started becoming a hardcore NBA fan, let's say the 04-05 season. That's when I would say that's when I was mostly invested. Like I watched some games here and there. I was a fan of it before, but like when I really started watching it was those years. And during that time, you had the Suns and the Spurs rivalry, somewhat the Suns and the Lakers. But of course, you had the Lakers Celtics thing. That's always been a thing. Then you had rivalries like, see who else were big rivals during that time. And then of course, in the older days, you had a lot of Bulls, Pistons, Bulls, New York, Bulls, Knicks, Celtics, Lakers, Cavaliers, and shit like that. Like, bro, the point is there isn't anymore now. Like, if you want to say it's crazy, like one of the biggest rivalries now is damn near the Lakers and the Clippers, which is crazy. Lakers and the Clippers, nigga. Lakers and the Kings, you talking about during the era where Chris Webber was there? What's up, Ali? Shout out to Ali. I remember when we had the Lakers versus the Kings, Bulls, Knicks, Bulls, Pistons, Spurs, Lakers. Yeah, Spurs, Lakers too, because they used to have to battle each other in order to determine basically who was going to make it out of the West in the 2000s. Exactly. Because we all know the Lakers and the Spurs dominated the early 2000s. So yeah. And we all know the Lakers cheated the Kings. What year was that? 02? They absolutely cheated them. But yeah, they're like, and speaking of which, I'm gonna go ahead and go to this next topic, bro, because it rubbed off on the All-Star game. The All-Star game is ass now, bro. Like part of the reason why I'm not going to the All-Star game is because it's ass now. Like if the NBA was competitive again, like it used to be, I would still want to go just to see that, But now it's going to be a bunch of no defense, threes being put up, a bunch of long threes, wide open dunks, and a bunch of bullshit. 180, 200 some points being put up by both teams. It's bullshit. Now, I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do it with this new format, but the NBA All-Star Weekend has completely been ruined in multiple aspects. Like you don't even look forward to it. It's crazy that the biggest thing lately you've been looking forward to is the 3-point shootout. How is since when has the 3-point shootout been more exciting than the dunk contest? Insane. The last great dunk contest we had, I said this last time, was the 2016 dunk contest. And now that one was really fucking good. Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine put on the show. But lately, like, nigga, we watching a nigga from the fucking G League that we don't even know. Matt, what the fuck is his name? Mac McCullen. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. I'm not saying that he's not good, bro, but like, come on. I have never watched an All-Star game from the NFL, so I wouldn't even be able to tell you. But I can only imagine if they playing fucking flag football. That's fucking crazy. But it is just completely, utterly insane, bro, how this shit is. What's good, Sam? Yeah, like I say, I'm not saying the white boy not good, but the point is the fact that they fell so low that they're actually looking at G League players to be in the dunk contest. Like I say, it's no attack against Mac. He was good, but the NBA All-Star has always been about the best players putting on a show at whatever it is they've been in. In the dunk contest, your best superstar high flyers was in the dunk contest, not someone from the G League. And it's the same with all of it. Like if you pay attention, the 3-point shootout for the most part hasn't changed much with that because the 3-point shootout still kept his name because Steph Curry was the next great shooter. He did the 3-point shootout. And that brings me to the point, who the fuck ruined it? Y'all see who the fuck is right here. None other than LeBron James. He fumbled by not being in the dunk contest. He ruined it. The moment he did it, everyone else decided, oh, I don't have to do it either. Everyone adapted that same mentality. He was the next great high flyer, superstar high flyer. What did Vince Carter say, Hoops fans? Vince Carter said 1 year NBA offered $1 million to teammate LeBron and Kobe. Oh yeah, I saw that. And he said that he was down with it. He was like, "What's up?" He tried to ask the other, and but see, this is the thing. I can't remember exactly what he said, but I do recall him saying that they were offered some money to do it. But like I was saying, here's the thing. Vince Carter had already did the dunk contest. T-Mac, so did T-Mac, so did Kobe. LeBron has never done it. So he like this is another testament of what we was talking about. Like he don't really care about the fans. He could have done it for the fans because they want to see it. But what it is LeBron is afraid of the moments. I've been telling people that for a while, and that's absolutely what it is. He's afraid of the moments. He doesn't want to participate in anything that's single where anyone can out him out and say, oh, LeBron, you lost this. He wants to only participate in anything that he can blame it on someone else. Like he'll do the All-Star game because he's made it such a joke now that no one takes it serious anyway. Plus, he has teammates. All he has to do is say, oh, this was whoever's fault. Like he does whenever he loses the NBA championship, losing the playoffs, lose a season game. But sometimes it ain't just about that. It should be about going out there, putting on the show, competing as hard as you can. See, folks would respect you a lot more if you just did it, even if you lost. If you did it, they would respect you more, even if you lost. Now, you would absolutely, unquestionably not be the GOAT if you keep losing. But like, bro, you'll still get ranked in the top, top, man, you can still be in the top 5 if you lose in the finals and stuff like that, or you lost in the dunk contest. It doesn't matter that much. But I think this happened at a young age for him. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he lost a game trying to take a shot at the last second or something when he was young, and ever since then he kind of became afraid of the moment. If you pay attention in the Space Jam 2 movie, he kind of showed it to you. That's what killed his spirit to make him afraid of the moments like that. Let me see. Because I remember Kobe, Hoop fans, I remember Kobe saying he didn't want to, which is funny and hilarious and so Kobe-like. Kobe said he didn't want to do it because he saw that Vince Carter was in it. He's like, I'm not about to lose to Vince Carter. So that's why he didn't do it. And I mean, you can say, okay, keep that same energy with Kobe. Why is he being afraid of the moment? Kobe already did it twice, though. That's the thing. So he's not obligated to do it again. LeBron has never done it. He was a YouTube dunker before he made it to the G League. Really? That's interesting. I didn't know that part of his story. I think when they allow players to be all-star captains, it ruined it. Actually, Miles, in my opinion, it started before that. In fact, I'm sure it started before that. The year that the All-Star game took a major hit was the year that Kobe Bryant punked LeBron James in the All-Star game. That's the year it started, people. Because Kobe told them, let's go. Kobe was a competitor. He wanted to go out and compete. And he started guarding LeBron 95 feet, 94 feet, you know, making sure he didn't score the ball. And LeBron kept passing it. Even when the game was on the line, there's a couple of seconds left. LeBron trying to hurry and pass to somebody else just because Kobe was guarding him. Every time he tried to go up for a shot, Kobe blocking him, shutting him down. After that, that was Kobe's last All-Star game, if I'm not mistaken. Because I believe Kobe ruptured his Achilles after that. So that was the last good year we got of Kobe. And that's when LeBron kind of became the total face of the year of the league. And everyone started following his lead. And when they followed his lead, he didn't want to be no competitor. He didn't want to compete. He just wanted to bullshit around. And that's what the fuck you see now. Bunch of bullshit. No defense. Just letting people score. And the reason why is because he didn't want nobody to out him and embarrass him again, like Kobe did him. And I want to say that was the 2014 All-Star game. It may have, no. That was the 2013 All-Star game. Yeah. That he embarrassed LeBron like that. And ever since then, LeBron was like, and then the captain part happened because they was trying to come up with new tactics to make the game more exciting because it was starting to go down so much. So I don't know if I would say the captain's part is what did it. It started before then. They tried to do the captain shit to fix it, and it didn't work. LeBron has nothing to do with guys like Zion and Andrews doing. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. The reason why is because he didn't pave the way. This is how it always been. When you the top dog and you lead the people one way, they're going to follow. The same thing LeBron James said, which is he's an in-game dunker, is the same shit Ja Morant tried to say. He followed LeBron's lead. It has a lot to do. I'm telling you, if LeBron would have did it, and then after LeBron been like, yeah, I don't know why these younger guys don't want to do it, they would have been pressured to do it. I'm like, okay, yeah, man, it's a tradition. But the tradition got broken. So that's the reason why it's absolutely his fault. And he's absolutely the reason they don't play fucking defense anymore in the All-Star game. I know a lot of people think I'm just being hard on this nigga, but I'm calling it how I see it. It was after him that everything started fucking falling apart. With everything, really, to be honest with you. The moment they decided to market this nigga over everything, that's when he started. That's when the NBA ratings just took a mean nosedive. The agents, players worried about their so-called brands. They won't want to do dunk contests. Who was the first person that was worried about their brand now? Think about that. LeBron was the first one. They followed him. Just like nobody, think about this. No other player was doing this player empowerment bullshit. No other player, like they try to say, oh, LeBron ain't the first one to do the form of super team. Yes, he was. Y'all try to point at the big three Celtics with Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce. And some even try to go as far as saying, oh, what about the Rockets in 95 with Charles Barkley, Olajuwon, Drexler, and those guys, and Pimpin. They were older, and here's the thing, that really matter. I don't even care too much about the age, even though the age absolutely matters because LeBron did it absolute in his prime. With all those guys were in their prime. That's not the same case for the other players. But this is the real problem that really matters that y'all need to be considering. The problem is LeBron is the first player to do it. See, all the other people, it was the front office made those picks. Trades happen. Like Kevin Garnett was traded to the Celtics. It's not like he just decided, oh, well, I'm gonna force my way out, or in the free agency, I'm gonna go team up with another superstar player. That didn't happen. Kevin Garnett was traded to the Celtics. LeBron James was the first one in 2010 to, in free agency, go to the Miami Heat, team up with Dwayne Wade, and also recruit Chris Bosh to come in as well. And it was reported that originally they were trying to get Melo and Chris Paul over there. Everything that I'm saying is showing that LeBron has a lack of competitive nature. He doesn't want to compete. He wants to have everything given to him. He wants it as easy as possible, and once he wins, he wants all the praise. Yes, he absolutely held the spot from somebody last year. He held the spot from he stopped Norman Powell from making the All-Star. Like, I'm happy to see that Norman Powell made the All-Star game this year, but he would have been a 2-time All-Star if it wasn't for LeBron James. But that's the selfish nature of him. He wants everything to be about him. LeBron getting a Make-A-Wish All-Star selection. Absolutely. Everybody know he shouldn't have made the All-Star game this year. Jaylen Brown participated in the slam dunk contest last year. How many people give him credit for that? No one cares. Well, that's good for Jaylen Brown, but then again, we're talking about the cream of the crop. Is Jaylen Brown the cream of the crop? No, he is not. Jaylen Brown is a good player, a great player, but he's not an all-time great level player. He's not a all-time. When you think dunkers, do you think Jaylen Brown? Fuck no, you don't. No one in their right mind that knows basketball, that watches the NBA, when you start saying, oh, name me the top 5 dunkers, Jaylen Brown's name is not getting mentioned. But when LeBron James first came into the league, absolutely, he was getting mentioned. You would think LeBron James, Dwight Howard, during their era. Who else during that time? Dwayne Wade, Amari Stoudemire, people who actually fucking did it. But like I said, Jaylen Brown, that's good for him. That's good that he did it. But he's not a dunker. Jaylen Brown's just a good player. Anthony Edwards, he should do it. But like I said, they got an excuse now. Just like Kevin Durant, when LeBron did the super team bullshit, he opened the door for Kevin Durant to feel like it's okay to do what the fuck he did. Now, ugly ass niggas will try to say, oh, that's different because he went to the team that lost. No, he just did what you did better than you did. That's all y'all mad about. Kevin Durant did LeBron James' move better than he did. Because you can't say he forced the trade because he was a free agent just like LeBron James was. Only thing y'all was mad about is the fact that he beat y'all Kane 2 times and the fact that he teamed up with Steph Curry. But LeBron James absolutely did it first. So it's the same thing. I don't want to hear it. Players missing dunks consecutively ruined the era. Yeah, I can agree with that. But guess what? The players that's missing the dunks. Because the people that are in the dunk contest shouldn't be in the dunk contest. But they had to go with who they had. That's my point. All these niggas that keep missing dunks, like you're saying, Who are they? What the fuck did they come from? What team did they lead to the playoffs? They weren't great superstar players. These are regular niggas doing the dunk contest. These are people that nobody fucking wants to see. That's a lie. Mac McCollum played Georgetown and one other D1 college. Oh, I guess he was talking to somebody else because I ain't saying nothing about that. Oh, you said Mac McClung was not a YouTuber. Mac McClung was a major Gatorade player of the year in the state of Virginia. He went to Georgetown and then transferred to Texas Tech. Well, see, I didn't know. As you see, I didn't say that. I didn't know where he came from. Nope, the whole screen is not bashing LeBron, but I ain't gonna lie, it damn near is. Today, damn near it is. Young disciple can come in and try to defend him today because I'm cooking his ass today. I'm not gonna lie to you. He is getting cooked today. I got time for him today. You must be a LeBron fan. Yeah, I'm definitely replying late for sure. I haven't looked at a lot of these comments. The Lakers did is with Kobe, Shaq, Gary Payton, and Child. They were old as shit, bro. That like, if you want to count that, nobody counts that as a super team. They were old as fuck, bro. Karl Malone was close to LeBron's age now. So you can't say that was a super team. Just like people would say today, right now, with LeBron, Luka, and Reeves, it's not a super team. LeBron's old as fuck. When you say, what about his Cleveland, Ron, what are you asking? Because I'm definitely behind on these comments. You say you get on Giannis as well? Well, yeah, Giannis. But I gotta say, this may seem like I'm making an excuse for him, but I gotta say, it's a little different for Giannis. A little. I mean, I think it's always better when you stay with your same team, but at least he delivered a championship before he left. Now, ugly ass niggas would probably say LeBron delivered Cleveland one too, but he came back to do it. He won. He went and formed a super team first, then did it. I'm asking you, who was the first to do it? Then name me the player that first went to a team to team up with other superstars, and they were all in their prime. Name it. You won't be able to name it because it never happened. What's up, DeMarcus? Well, I don't always just talk about him. The other time, I wasn't planning on going with him that long until Young Disciple came and made it about it, but I wasn't going to be on him that long. It just so happened to happen that way. And I noticed something too. The reason why I asked you were you a LeBron fan is because I talk about other players on other stuff, and it's no you guys don't too much engage in it. It's like people have a problem with. It's like LeBron is taboo when it comes to, oh, don't talk about LeBron. Don't talk about LeBron. Then they'll say they're not a LeBron fan, but they don't want you to talk about it. Cause like if I talk about my Phoenix Suns and stuff like that, crickets. Nobody don't want ain't got nothing to say. Probably because you're not too knowledgeable of it. Or if I'm talking about Nikola Jokic, not much engagement. Because I always say I think Nikola Jokic is very overrated. True, it's kind of like Kareem. Only thing is that Kareem wanted out and let it be known. Giannis dances around it every year. Yeah, I think Giannis is kind of battling on whether or not he wants to stay because it's like I think he desperately wants a championship, but he don't feel like he can get another one playing in Milwaukee. That's what I believe it is. But I think because I actually I know y'all can't see it, but I just was kind of not closely watching it, but kind of looking at the Bucks and Thunder game. The Thunder, of course, missing that damn near everybody in their starting lineup outside of Chet. But he looks pretty happy on the bench and stuff, celebrating with his teammates and stuff. But I think Giannis is kind of getting to the point where he's developing a big. Well, I know getting to. He's already there. To the point that he kind of has a big ego, but that comes with great players. They develop an ego, but the problem is that I think he's developing an ego to the point that he can't be coached, and when you become non-coachable, that's when it becomes a major problem. Appreciate that, Jay Bonner. But yeah, what Juan Love, what are you talking about? What did that super team do without LeBron? What are you even talking about? You say he needs a super team, but he single-handedly forced the best team of all time, record-wise, to force to join. That's a lie, nigga. I ain't even finna entertain your stupidity right now. That's an absolute lie. And I hate when you dumbass LeBron fans try to do that. That's an absolute lie. Not even about to do that shit with you. Tony Kukoc joined pimping and Jordan and pimping. Bro, stop it, bro. You gotta stop that shit. Tony Kukoc wasn't even a superstar, nigga. You talking about him joining Jordan and pimping. And then this nigga came straight from overseas. We're talking about prime players. Like, for instance, LeBron was in his prime when he left Cleveland. When he left Cleveland and joined forces with Dwayne Wade, who was also in his prime, and then recruited Chris Bosh, who was also in his prime. They were all in their 20s when they formed teams. They were all established in the NBA when this shit happened. Never in the history of the NBA has that happened. That is what I'm talking about. And I dare and challenge anyone to prove me wrong because you won't be able to. Calling Bosh a superstar is a huge stretch, and Dwayne Wade was playing with poor knees. Man, ain't nobody finna do it. See, that's what I'm saying. It's the same stupid LeBron fan rhetoric, bro. It's a fucking lie. Dwayne Wade was averaging 30 points per game before LeBron came. Was third in fucking MVP. So how the fuck was he on the decline? Y'all niggas just be lying, bro. Chris Bosh was averaging 24 points and 11 rebounds in the slowest pace era of all time. If he was in today's era, that would be equivalent to about 28 points and fucking 15 boards. That's a superstar caliber player. Y'all niggas just be saying shit, bro. Who do you think winning 3-point contest and slam dunk Saturday? Okay, so 3-point shootout. It is crazy that Dame is even in the 3-point shootout, bro. Like, when I seen his name, I actually had to look at it twice because I was like, bro, hold on. I thought maybe I was looking at All-Star 2025 or 24 or some shit, some kind of way. Because I'm like, bro, Dame is injured. But somehow on his fucking fucking torn Achilles, this nigga is playing in a 3-point shootout. So if he's been working on his shot, and his ankle is okay, Dame is a good pick, but I'm rooting for Devin Booker. We're going for the Suns over here. And as far as the dunk contest, bro, That shit ass. I don't know, bro. I ain't got nothing for you. I don't got nobody to pick for you. Cause that shit is ass. Like I only know Jackson Hayes. That's the only nigga in the dunk contest that I know. So hopefully they can put on a good show and maybe I'll watch it and be like, okay, cool. Somebody can make a name for themselves in the dunk contest, maybe, but I don't know them niggas. Free agency wasn't even prominent until LeBron's era. The old heads would have did it too, given the opportunity. Okay, nigga, whatever. The dunk contest is absolutely gonna be trash, no doubt. I believe. You might say he needs to develop a jumper, not an ego. Long as you keep that same energy with LeBron, because he ain't did it in 20, 23 years. Now y'all can try to say he got a mediocre jumper now, but that nigga ain't been able to shoot all his career either. Carmelo Anthony won all American high school dunk contest, but no one calls him out for not doing it, especially when game was in Denver today. Okay, but I'm gonna ask you this again. The same rules that apply for Melo, I mean for Jaylen Brown, applies to Melo. Is Carmelo Anthony known for dunking? No, he is not. You're trying to make a bullshit excuse for LeBron, but it's not working. Carmelo Anthony is not a dunker, nigga. He's a scorer. He did it in high school because high school, nigga, he can dunk, so they'll let you be in the dunk contest. But he's not a dunker. Nobody in their right mind that knows Carmelo Anthony's career is like, oh shit, Melo's a dunker. Nobody's thinking that. He's a scorer. Nigga, it is a absolute lie because LeBron is not the cause of it. Y'all just trying to make it seem like it because it fits your stupid ass narrative. The real truth is Golden State Warriors lost that shit because of multiple different circumstances. You can argue Steph Curry wasn't 100%. Absolutely, Iguodala wasn't 100%. Andrew Bogut got injured. Draymond Green got suspended game 5. That helped him win it. If it wasn't for that, LeBron James is getting closed out in 5 games. Nobody's talking about this dumb shit that you're trying to push. And then on top of that, even if they did go and get Kevin Durant because of LeBron, which is a bullshit. LeBron had a super team before that. That's what y'all fail to realize. So you LeBron fans that like really gets on my nerves with that shit. LeBron had a super team before the Golden State Warriors did. The Golden State Warriors had a good full team. It was chemistry. The only superstar they had was Stephen Curry. The only person on their team that's capable of putting up 40 plus in a finals game was Steph Curry by himself. The only person that was good enough to be a number 1 option on their team was Steph Curry. LeBron had 3 people that was number 1 options on his team. Kyrie was the number 1 option before LeBron came. Kevin Love was the number 1 option with the Minnesota Timberwolves. So he had 2 franchise players on his team. And then y'all claim he the greatest of all time. So you got the greatest of all time with 2 franchise players on his team versus 1 franchise player. And y'all try to say, you guys be trying to make us believe that was even. It was not. Now you go get Kevin Durant. Now it's Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, 2 franchise players on 1 team. All of a sudden, it's not fair. Then the craziest part that I be trying to tell you, LeBron fans, is if you go back and look at the numbers, people, go back and look at the 2017 numbers, you will see that it was even. Steph Curry got outscored by Kyrie Irving in the NBA Finals. Kyrie shot a higher percentage from the field and from the 3-point line and scored more points per game. So you can't say Kyrie Irving lost his matchup. Then Kevin Love won his matchup, where I would say he was a push. Kevin Love and Klay Thompson was a tie. They averaged around the same amount of points. Klay Thompson, I think, averaged more assists. Kevin Love averaged way more rebounds. So, for the sake of argument, we'll say they were a push. Then you go to the next one. J.R. Smith averaged more points per game than Draymond did. Draymond got more rebounds. You can say, effectively, for the sake of argument, they were a push. Guess where the separation had really happened? And the craziest part is all season long, the Cleveland Cavaliers bench performed better than the Golden State Warriors bench. You want to know where the major difference really, where the problem lie at? Kevin Durant outplayed LeBron James. Y'all quote unquote go. That's what happened. Y'all keep telling us he can guard all 5 positions, which is an absolute lie. Another narrative that was pushed, was never the truth. But if he could guard all 5 positions, why wasn't he guarding Kevin Durant? Why did he keep having Amon Shumpert guard him? Why was he having J.R. Smith guard him? Duck and smoke. Kevin Durant averaged 35 points per game on his head. If y'all King could have at least held Kevin Durant down to 28 points per game, the Cleveland Cavaliers win that series. It's the same shit every year, and y'all look and blame, make excuses every fucking year. Dwayne Wade missed the playoffs the year before. LeBron came, Kevin Love. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter if he missed the playoffs. He still was a superstar player. Y'all stay trying to make excuses. Stay making excuses. I don't give a fuck if he missed the playoffs. LeBron missed the playoffs in 2018. Y'all try to blame it on, he got injured. Well, guess what? Dwayne Wade got injured then. Do you give him that pass? No, because it don't fit your narrative. Y'all are fucking clowns, bro. I swear to God, LeBron fans are clowns. You got Bron sexuals and you got people that are fan of basketball. And I'll even say it's a such thing as LeBron fans. But Bron sexuals, y'all just make up shit. You follow clowns like Nick Wrong, clowns like Shannon Sharp that just sit there and get paid to lie all damn day, and y'all believe it to be the gospel. You got Bobby Portis in the 3-point contest. Hey, I would say he's an underdog, but hey, I think he won me my money today, though. Let me check. I ain't even looked at my shit. Let me check him out. What we doing? Where we going, Bobby? Did you get? God damn, got my head cooked. Bobby got it, but the rest of them sorry bitches didn't do it. Chad Holmgren bitch ass can get 17 points. And I thought Cam Thomas was serving. That bitch ass nigga didn't get 17 points. Sorry, bitch. Sorry ass niggas always doing some garbage shit, bro. That shit whack. Bitch ass Nurkic ain't got no rebounds yet. You big sorry piece of shit. This shit whack, bro. So Dame's coming back after All-Star. That is interesting. You know what's crazy? What seed is the goddamn Portland Trailblazers right now? This is interesting. I mean, it is about time for him to come back. So that does make sense. Portland's the 10th seed, so they in the play-in. They really not too far out from that eighth seed. Damn. But the Clippers been pretty damn good lately. They gonna have to fight the Clippers for it. But I mean, with that push, Dame added to their team because the team ain't bad. They ain't good, obviously, but they might be a solid team if you know Dame come back and he's at least close to himself. Just because the Bulls won 3 straight championships with Tony Kukoc doesn't make them a super team, but that is insane. Hey, you might be right about the Dame situation. He might be like Kobe post his Achilles injury. You might be right. Nigga, the reason why I said this is because you tried to bring up that nobody said anything about Melo doing the dunk contest, you clown. That's the reason why I said it. You tried to make it seem as if that Melo not doing that good dunk contest was the same as LeBron not doing the dunk contest, and it's not. That's the only reason I brought it up. I was done with it. You brought that shit up. Oh yeah, LeBron is very overrated. I think, in fact, matter of fact, that's my next topic. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can say what the fuck y'all want. I think LeBron's the most overrated player of all time. I absolutely do. The most overrated player of all time. I have never seen nothing like it of my how many years I've been watching the NBA. Yeah, now 20 years. Of my 20 years of watching basketball, I've never seen nothing like it. How fans and media just deliberately lie all the time for this nigga. Never seen nothing like it. Jokic fans slightly get. I agree with you, Miles. I agree with you. That's why I be giving Jokic some smoke too. But like I said, like these folks try to say you obsessed with LeBron, but this is the thing. I've had a whole live where I gave Nikola Jokic that smoke and nobody cared. You see how they coming out the woodworks for LeBron. They be ready to defend their queen when it comes to him. I said Nikola Jokic was overrated as hell because he's nothing. All he does is learn how to manipulate numbers, and people put him in categories that he doesn't belong in. What about T Mac? What are you saying about T Mac? Are you saying T Mac is overrated? I would say T Mac actually is underrated. But yeah, Nikola Jokic, I don't heard clowns say this nigga is already a top 5 player of all time. That's insane. But his career isn't over yet, and I haven't heard enough people nor the media pronounce that. You know, they haven't put him in that category yet enough for me to say Nikola Jokic is the most overrated player of all time. Like his fans are very delusional. I will agree with you. They getting there. They definitely saying stupid shit. Nikola Jokic has never even won 60 games before. Never won 60 games before. He was the number 1 seed once. I think let me see. He's getting there as far as people trying to lie and say he ain't got no help either, which is another absolute lie because he definitely has help. What do I think about the suspensions? I covered that earlier. I think the 4-game suspensions of the other players like Miles Bridges and company I think that's about right. But I don't know. I probably would have gave Isaiah Stewart a little bit more. I probably would have got that nigga 10 games. But I mean, I'm not mad about the 7 games. You said they had T Mac close to Gary Payton at what? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Are you talking about like the all time rankings? And I don't think that's that far out, depending on what we're talking about. Like if we're talking about how good they were at basketball, just their game in general, T Mac was one of the baddest mans to ever do it. So I don't think that's crazy at all. Now we're talking about overall what they accomplished in their career, then that's kind of a different story. What makes LeBron overrated is a multitude of different things, bro. Like it is so many things that make this nigga overrated. His fans, the media. He's only. This is the thing, and I can comfortably say this and challenge somebody to prove me wrong. The only thing that you can say LeBron James is really good at is basically attacking the basket, and he's a good passer. But I think they even overrate his passing because he turns the ball over at too much of a high rate. Well, other than that, bro, he's not phenomenal at nothing. Every other great player that I know of that in the top 10 greatest of all time, even the top 20 greatest of all time level, they're great at multiple different things. Now I can go down the line for you. Michael Jordan, who I think is the greatest of all time. He was phenomenal at finishing at the basket, phenomenal at footwork, phenomenal at mid range. He was phenomenal at defense. He was phenomenal in the clutch. There's so many things I can talk about that Michael Jordan was good at. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he was a phenomenal defender. He was a good rebounder. He was a great scorer because he had that unstoppable shot with the hook shot. Magic Johnson, phenomenal passer, phenomenal leader, a phenomenal winner. Larry Bird, great shooter, great rebounder. Was a great overall scorer in general, actually, but he was a great shooter. Steph Curry, we all know, greatest shooter of all time, which multiple people agrees with. He's so great at shooting that folks ignore that he's one of the greatest ball handlers of all time. He's also a damn good passer. He's a very underrated passer. Probably the greatest off-ball player that we can say. Arguably the greatest skillful player. You can say the same thing about Michael Jordan with that. Same way with Kobe. Like I said, in my opinion, I don't think Kobe has any weakness whatsoever. Michael Jordan really don't either. But some people try to make a argument that he couldn't shoot threes. But they were great at so many different things. LeBron is bad at so many things for them to rank him so high, claiming he's better than lying like he's better than Jordan, lying like he's better than Kobe, lying like he's better than Kareem. He's a lousy shooter. He can't make free throws. He's bad in the clutch. He's a turnover king. He doesn't play defense. Like the nigga has so many flaws. He's 4-6 in the fucking finals. He's had the most help in history of the game. He's played with more superstar, all-star caliber players than anybody in the game. God damn, Jackson Hayes. I give him some credit for that. Boy got up. I still don't think he's gonna win that dunk contest, but damn. Yeah, the list accounted for impact and career. Okay, I got you. Who would you say is better, Kyrie Irving or Penny Hardaway? Oh shit, that's kind of crazy. But I got to be biased because Penny is from Memphis and say Penny. Oh shit. Ant was overrated for a couple years. You know what, bro? I actually agree with you. I actually agree with you. I was saying that. I think I may have got called a hater a little bit for that, but I agree with you because I was telling people last year actually. Because I first started figuring it out to a degree the year before last that Ant was a little because I was like, hold up. As good as he is, his motor is bad for his age because he was like 22 at the time and he was getting tired. I'm like, nigga, you 22 in the NBA. How the fuck you getting tired? So they were saying that's the excuse why, oh, he's exhausted. Nigga, a 22-year-old shouldn't even know what it's like to get exhausted. And then, of course, this past year, when they eliminated the overrated ass Lakers, I was telling people, bro, the Lakers are overrated. They were never good. That's the only reason why the Timberwolves beat them. They're not that good. And then, of course, they beat Golden State the next round because Steph got injured. But after that, they got dismantled by the Oklahoma City Thunder, right? That's who they played next. So yeah, they were never that good. And like I said, I believe if in 2024 when they lost to the Mavericks, if Ant showed up the way he should have, they should have beaten them. Who would you say is better? Oh, yeah, I answered that. Appreciate the super chat though. Yeah, Kyrie. I'm gonna say this. Kyrie is. You can argue that Kyrie's the greatest. You know, you can argue that he's the greatest ball handler of all time, but at the same time, you got to acknowledge that players back then weren't able to do some of the stuff that the players today are able to do. Like, to be honest, a lot of the players today are carrying the ball, and they weren't, they weren't able to do that back in Penny Hardaway's time. So if they were able to do it, perhaps you would have seen them do a lot more than what we saw. But it is much harder to dribble the ball with just having the ball, right under your hand, according to in comparison to being able to cover the tad bit. Oh, nigga, here come this nigga. Yes, overrated nigga. He's the most overrated nigga of all time. Who's the biggest Palmers today? I got Bronson and Maxey. So honestly, bro, I got nigga Luca be doing that shit too, bro. Luca be cuffing his ass up. Luca, shit, Jason Tatum, nigga, it might be Jason Tatum, to be honest with you. That nigga be cuffing the shit out there. Like that nigga be cuffing that shit sometimes, and he's not even like really going into his dribble. Like he could be just trying to backing you down a little bit. I'm like, God damn, Jason Tatum. But see, the thing is they don't call it in today's league. So if who wasn't considered top five, then he wasn't overrated. Can't be overrated when you widely viewed as not. No, see, that's the reason why he's overrated because he's viewed by a lot of people to be number two. And it's crazy that you say that because that's gonna help me lead into my last topic. Last topic of the night, which is NBA players versus the media. So here's the problem. You're saying that he's there. You're saying that they people are widely considered. Actually, that's not true. The players, when you talk to NBA players in the circles, none of them agree that LeBron is number two. None of them agrees that he's number two. They just say that, they say Michael Jordan is number one, and then all of them agrees that Kobe is better than him. Now, sometimes they'll change up their story a little bit because you can tell they've been paid off to say it. But whenever it's private conversations, bro, and niggas that's not really mainstream media, they all say Kobe is better than him. And then this is how you know that it's LeBron led media. Look at these dumbass, like these people are so stupid that they think, bro, yes, they do. And I can prove it. It's plenty of it. Matter of fact, it was just who the fuck was the player? Raymond Felton and a couple of other people were sitting together and they were telling the truth, saying that Kobe is better than him. All of them consider him, but everybody on the damn panel said they consider Kobe better than LeBron. All NBA players, bro, say it. Kevin Durant said Kobe is better than him. Melo basically said it without saying it that he's better than him. Obviously, Michael Jordan thinks Kobe's better than him. Who else? It's a lot of them. The only ones that say LeBron is better is people that's currently in the league, that's too young to know better, possibly. Or, like I said, LeBron runs the league, bro. And if you say something about him, you end up getting traded or something like getting put out the league, missing out on accolades or something that you like. For instance, perfect example. We all know in the Olympics, Jaylen Brown should have made the Olympics. He was just the finals MVP. How the fuck he didn't make the Olympics? The reason why he didn't make the Olympics is because he said something about LeBron's son. He said that Bonnie James isn't a pro, which he isn't. And look what happened. They made sure they didn't put him in the All-Star game. I mean, in the Olympics, but was petty enough to put his teammate Derek White in the Olympics. We all know Derek White. There's plenty of players available in the NBA that was better than him, including his teammate. And Jaylen Brown said that he wanted to play in the Olympics. Come on, bro. We ain't talking about no current players thing. Like I said, I don't even consider current players because majority of them are too young to even know better. They didn't watch Kobe. They didn't watch Michael Jordan. All they know is LeBron. And like I said, LeBron runs the league. And honestly, bro, every other player that says LeBron is better than Kobe, I think every last one of them is lying. And I mean every last one of them. I think every last one of them is lying. I don't think nobody actually believes that shit. Because there's no way you can watch LeBron. Bro, if I put in a compilation right now, you watch LeBron and you watch Kobe, and you tell me LeBron is better. There's no fucking way you can watch both of them play. Look at his mediocre ass game. His whole game is based upon charging to the hole, trying to get a layup into the dunk. And you see another player that's able to put up buckets from the mid range, from the three, from inside, from out, excellent footwork, all of that shit. All you're gonna see with LeBron is if they give him the three, okay, he'll take the three wide open. Which is basically, it's the Lakers game is on right now. The Lakers game is on right fucking now on my TV. And LeBron's doing exactly what the fuck. You're not gonna see him do anything like that. It's just overpowering niggas. If you look at it from the eye test standpoint on it, Kobe is way better than LeBron. Literally way better than him. It's not even close. And then, and this is coming from a nigga that hated Kobe going up. This is the craziest part, that I got to defend Kobe. Bro, Wade is LeBron's friend. They're in connection together, bro. He's going to say that. And then here's another thing. If you pay attention, all of these players that's magically saying that LeBron is better now waited till Kobe died to say it because he can't defend himself. All LeBron, what do Kobe, I'm going to ask you this. What does LeBron have over Kobe? What is he better than him at? Now, MJ is a realist, though. That's the thing. MJ is a realist. He just going to tell the damn truth. He liked Kobe better because Kobe was a dog. LeBron is not. It ain't about no damn resume. No, it ain't. And if you ask me, because that's what I be saying, the NBA can cheat you on your resume. There's no way Kobe should have had one MVP, first off. LeBron was given a lot of shit that he shouldn't have gotten. Like, for instance, this year's All-Star game, he shouldn't have been in it. Last year's second All-NBA, he shouldn't have been in it. They give this nigga shit. So I'm not going to compare it with accolades. If you look at skill sets and how well they performed on the biggest stage, Kobe Bryant is way better than LeBron James. And I stand on that. Will you check out Soul Power, the ABA documentary? I didn't even know about it, to be honest with you, bro. Resume only gets you an interview. The actual interview digs into your details of your resume to try to get the real story. Yeah. It's not all about your resume. That's another thing. That's another thing about LeBron James. The reason why I say he's the most overrated player of all time. He is so fucking overrated that they had to change shit to make him great. Everybody else was held under the same standard until LeBron James entered the league. It always was based upon, on your greatness, it was always based upon the eye test, championships, and averages. LeBron James is the first one to come to the career and they start basing shit on your totals. Oh, he got more all-star than you. He got more all-stars. He got more total points. He got more total assists. He got more total rebounds. He's the only one that I've never heard of this shit until that nigga came. He's the only one that you give props for participation. Did I check out Winning Time? I watched some of Winning Time. I didn't watch all of season 2, but I did watch some of Winning Time. Yes, the eye test, nigga. When you watch the damn game and you watch both of them motherfuckers play, the eye test. The eye test of what everybody else look. If you was to give this shit to let two people watch LeBron, let's say somebody's very familiar with the game of basketball. They're familiar as in they know the objective of the game. They know the objective of the game is to put the ball in the hoop. They know the rules, all of that. And you show them footage. Let's say they're not aware of who LeBron is or who Kobe is. If you put it in front of them and they look at it, there's nobody in their right mind is going to say, oh, yeah, this LeBron guy is much better than Kobe. They're not saying that because you're going to notice if you look at the tape. Oh, I mean, for the most part, he's just trying to power his way to the hole. And if you can stop him from powering to the hole, he's not very effective. That's been the story of his career. That's what I'm saying. 21 All NBA. Those are shit that could be given to him. That's what I'm fucking talking about. The nigga don't play a lick of defense. A lick of it. Like, it'll be good. I'm not saying you gotta be all NBA defensive to actually really matter when it comes to that. But this is my thing. Like, put up an effort. This nigga don't put up an effort on the defensive end. And he hasn't done it for like a decade. If you want to say he's better at being a husband, I don't even know that to be true, but hey, it ain't got nothing to do with basketball. If you gonna bring up someone being a winner, which is a team accomplishment, you gotta accept his longevity. No, I don't. Because this is the thing. They praise LeBron for when he gets a team accomplishment, but when he lose, they try to say, oh, that's a team thing. You try to down it when the other folks get team, because the truth is, y'all praise him for assists. Assists is a team accomplishment. The teammate got to make the shot. Y'all just be saying bullshit. Soul Power, the documentary of the ABA, dropped yesterday on Prime Video. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if I'm gonna check that out, but I mean that's good to know. Hey, I'm gonna start on Cross. I'm gonna tell you that. Definitely gonna start on Cross. Right, it's a team accomplishment. You say you get credit for hitting the shot. Exactly, team accomplishment. Then on top of it, here's another thing that's big. Folks don't even know this. And this is another thing of why folks that try to say Nikola, bro, I heard some craziness that tried to say Nikola Jokic was a better passer than Magic Johnson. That is absolute insane. And I never watched Magic Johnson play a day in my life because I'm not old enough. But I went back and watched the footage. Some of the passes this dude was making is unreal. I watched Nikola Jokic, and some of the times I'd be like, damn, that was a good pass. I'll give him that. But it went Magic Johnson good. And then they try to say that Nikola Jokic, was much better at the triple double because he just passed Oscar Robertson in total triple doubles, right? He only trails Russell Westbrook now. But you got to think about it for folks that don't know it. During Oscar Robertson's time, assist was calculated way different from how it is now. During that time period, the only way you were credited to be an assist is when you passed towards the basket and is leading to the basket. That's the only time you get credited to assist. Like, for instance, if you're coming up the court and then you're half court, you pass it to somebody at the three-point line, they shoot it and make it, that'll be an assist. But if you do what Nikola Jokic does a lot, what LeBron does a lot, dribble to the hole, and then you kick it out for a shooter, that's not an assist. So you got to remember that. So it was much harder to get assists back then. Hey, OMG, I'll give you a little bit. I'll give you a little bit on that because James Harden overrated as hell too. But see, the reason why I can't give it to James Harden is because they don't be putting him all over the media and stuff. And then on top of it, his wave kind of ran out. Like they didn't keep overrating James Harden for very long. Once he kept choking in the playoffs each time, they figured out, okay, this guy not who we thought he was. Joker is the best passing big man. I can give him that. I don't think I know a big man that's probably a better passer than him. I can probably give him that. What did you think about Winning Time? How did you feel about the acting? I feel that Winning Time should have been about the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe. Well, the documentary was based upon the the Showtime Lakers, so they didn't want to do it about that instead of because you got to think about they won more with them. They won 5 championships. Kobe and Shaq only won 3. Granted, they did a three-peat, but still, it was 3 versus 5, and they made it to the finals 9 times. And what did I think of it? I actually thought it was pretty good. I actually during that time period, I did some feature background for Winning Time. Actually, it was shot here in L.A. Actually, it was shot not too far from where I live right now. Nash and Luca remind me of Magic's passing skills, left and right hand, off and on dribble passes, knowing where players are and where they're going as well as pinpoint. You know what? That's another thing, bro. That's definitely true. It's like Kobe said before. Kobe was saying a lot of players today play accidental basketball. Like they don't really know where their players are going to land, but they, dribble to the hole, attack the basket, double team come, and then they just so happen to kick it to whoever it is that's open. But they like during Kobe's time and up, they knew exactly who was going to be open. Like they moving, and they know that this team likes to do traps or double. Okay, I'm gonna use Golden State for example. For some reason, Draymond typically doubles and brings in to help. Let's use the older Golden State, and normally Iguodala on their offensive on that. I mean, on a defensive scheme is going to be on that left wing. That okay, so Iggy is guarding. Let's use the Cavaliers. Iggy is guarding J.R. Smith. So I know for sure J.R. Smith, if we're running the right offense, I know for sure J.R. Smith should be open on the left wing. They already knew that back then. But see, now it's just like he said, accidental basketball. You insane, DeMarcus. I ain't even about to do that with you. It ain't got nothing to do with rings. It just Dr. J just can't compare to that nigga. You are tripping. He did remember this guy. That doesn't mean anything. Every great player has learned from somebody. But are we fucking serious? Is Nurkic bitch ass still really playing and have 0 rebounds? I hope that bitch must have got injured. He must have got injured. There's no fucking way that big sorry piece of shit ain't got not 1 rebound. I swear, bro, I'm gonna find a way to slap the fuck out of this nigga. Fuck your bitch ass at. Okay, yeah, he ain't playing. I'm sure about to say there's no fucking way this big ass nigga ain't got no fucking rebounds. Ah, damn, bro, it's finna make me lose my shit. It's some bitch ass. God damn, I did not notice that LeBron going ham like he doing. Good job, LeBron. Better I put the over for that bitch ass nigga tonight. Anyway, though, anybody got any final comments, man? Because I'm about to go to check out. check out, watch me a little something, chill out for a minute, and then I'm gonna for those of y'all that be coming into the after hours live, I'll be doing after hours in the next 2 hours. You said you missed the last two because you was knocked out. Yeah, I have been missing you. Jaylen Brown for MVP. Hey, say less. Cause I'm not mad at it because a lot of people thought the Celtics was gonna fall off a little bit. Yeah, a lot of people thought they were gonna fall off because Tatum was injured, but they've been looking pretty good. And Jaylen Brown absolutely been balling. Hold on, so Swaggy Pete and Blueface is about to have a face out. What the fuck are we talking about? This is crazy. Anyways, though, people appreciate everybody stop through, all the love and shit like that. I'm gonna go ahead and check out. See what you think about Cam Thomas, because I'm from Virginia and hooped against him. He was. I think Cam. Hey, I think Cam Thomas is pretty damn good, bro. It's kind of crazy though because it's like he has moments where he'll be serving and you be saying like, especially what year was that? Maybe like 2022 or some shit like that. He had like a run with Brooklyn where that nigga was serving. And then all of a sudden he kind of like fell off. So I mean I think it's pretty damn good and it's a good pickup for Milwaukee. Yeah, all right, Demarcus. That's kind of crazy, but we'll give it to you. I'm not going to even try to argue that. That's true. He's definitely streaky, but when that motherfucker hot, that motherfucker hot. But anyways, though, I'm gonna catch y'all. The rest of y'all that come back in, I'm gonna catch y'all in a couple of hours. Until then, I'm gonna holler at you.